storm!
Take this! Megasonic Dragon Shell!
Win!
Resolve! Hope this works!
Rising Falcon!
Here! These ones can run rings around us!
Glimmer Dragon!
Lightning Orb!
Eagle Assault! I'll finish you off! You're mine!
Annihilation!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
No escape! First strike!
In here!
Rip and tear!
Take
I'll
that.
never miss!
Now
You're mine! It's over!
Now or never.
Storm!
Breaking Storm!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A comfortable win.
What's this thing? I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Little help!
Severing Wind! Here I come!
I can carve through
It's
armor!
over!
Here I can handle it! Lightning Attack! Radiant
It's
Orb!
over!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
All mine! Dragon Shell!
Radiant
Rising
here!
Falcon! Here!
Eat this!
Burn!
Searing Flame!
Leave the ensnaring
I'm out
to
of
me.
ammo! Back in
Severing Wind!
No further!
You're mine!
No dare! Now!
Chisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! Dance in
No!
the wind! Now!
Talon Hurricane!
Looks like we got them all.
It'll be a breeze.
You're mine!
Get in, get out.
You're finished! Try harder!
Talon
Rising Falcon!
Lightning Orb in your dreams!
We'll see what happened there as you crossed me.
It's a
Shouldn't have done that.
Lightning Condemned! Thunder Blade!
Rising! I got flyers!
I've got them! Let him mark me!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here I come!
Can't be rolled!
Here I come! It's over! Great!
Ready to go!
Here I come! It's over!
Can't be swirled!
Take this!
Flawless flight! Here's a healing art!
You're mine! It's
Where
on!
are you going?
Take this! Here!
Ready and
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. There. of the places where the Dark Wings and Almadria fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
I won't forgive you!
Severing Wing! You're mine!
Air thrust!
Glacial Assault! Eternal Devastation! I can carve through armor!
Airborne beast, my specialty.
In a bind? I'm on it! It's over! Flying spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
We did it! Here I come! Rising Falcon! You're mine! You're finished! Dragon Shell! Severing Wing! I'm not done!
Seems about right to me. Let's dispose of this trash. Speak now, Glacial Spear.
Now,
Far enough! Freeze Lancer! I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Wind!
Do it!
Here I come! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not a chance!
Now!
Wind! It's on! Take this! Rising Falcon! It's over! Burn! Take this!
Now!
Any injuries?
Little help!
Megasonic Thrust! I'll smash you!
Into the shadows!
Where are you going?
Here's a healer! Your hide is thick as armor! Do it! Spread!
Rolling snap! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind here.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Eagle Fly!
Rising Wyvern! Severing Wing!
His
armor's too strong! Be my guest! Not today! Here I go! Mega Sonic Thrust!
I'm on a
Severing
roll
Wing!
now.
Tempest Swirl!
Rising Throw!
Done the
It's
I
over!
can carve through armor.
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Onward and upward.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I hope we manage to catch Almadria soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. It looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almedria.
We've got all the ingredients for that recipe now!
Great. I'll let you cook then.
Wait, what?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do. Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almedria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almedria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, The crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor... it keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings...
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us, but nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadeye's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfont tell it, Deadeye wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet,
They didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things, too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almedria. I'll ask Malabar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this up?
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Say no more!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your effort.
No backing down! My lord!
My deal! Megasonic Rock! Struck! Burn in hell! Take down their defenses! I see one, eh?
In a vine?
It's over! Severing wind! Fire support! Struck!
Air thrust! Now hold us! Far enough!
Good one! Megasonic Rock! Severing wind! Rising Falcon!
I'm on it!
Take it off! Megasonic Rock! It's over!
Swallow Dan!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
No, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Gotta break through! Take this! Megasonic Rock!
Reload!
It's over!
Hit!
I'm on it!
Take lightning
Glitter
attack!
Dragon!
Thunderbolt!
I'll finish you here and now! Megasonic Rock! Wind! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! My turn! First strike! Too fast! I can carve through armor! You're finished! Destruction! Tectonic Megasonic Thrust! Dragon!
Leave the charges! Now in the groove!
I'm out of ammo!
There's always room for improvement.
No choice! Here! Sword! Eat this!
Not on my watch!
You're mine! I'm going in!
Wasn't far enough!
It's almost too strong! Be my guest! We're not finished! Severing wind! Tear you apart! Lost in line!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Here!
Lunar Round!
I really owe you one.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Gotta break through!
Now you see what I can do!
My shield on the front! This end!
Eagle fly!
You think that shield will save you?
Do it! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
My turn! Severing wind!
A comfortable win.
I won't forgive you!
Megasonic Thrust! Now this turn!
Breaking Storm!
A showdown between blade and fist!
Rip it! Watch it!
Air started! Lightning condemned!
Smash you!
Thunderblade!
Here I come! Here! My turn! Severing wind! Take this!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and trouble it to me!
Raging Cascade!
Wind!
Mega Red! And here!
It's over! Megasonic
On a roll now!
I can do this up now!
Come on!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Get lost!
Here I come! First Fury! Take this! It's over!
Eagle Fly!
Wind!
I'll take my revenge on you! Lightning! Dance to the wind!
It's over!
Evil!
Damn it!
Freeze Blaster!
So this anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't sink!
Healing Circle! Raging Storm! Hold ready!
Megasonic thrust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine! No escape! We're not finished!
Do it! Shion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Got you now! Here I am!
Radiant Storm!
Wind!
It's in the sky! It's mine!
Lunar Rondo!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
Here I am! Megasonic thrust! Severing wind! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hands to the wind!
Lunar Rondo! Rising thrust! You're mine! On your knees!
Lancer! Dance to the wind!
Take this! On your knees! You're finished! Eat dirt! Here I come!
I'm just getting started! Anything in armor is all mine! In a bind?
It's over! Come back, will ya? Severing wind!
Blow it up!
Here I come! Rising focus!
I can carve through armor!
Glacial
You're
Spear.
mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Severing wind! Take this! I'll beat you right back!
Sword!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon Sword! You're mine!
Glacial Spear!
Severing wind! It's over!
Here, let me help.
Take this!
I really
It's
owe
over!
one.
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Looks like we got them all.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
I'm on it! You're finished!
Raging Captain!
Severing wind!
Eagle of Steel!
Eat dirt!
I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Do it!
Prepare to be seen!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Will this help?
You got flyers!
I've got this!
I'm not
Let a
done.
marksman handle it!
The enemy here! All yours!
Here!
Now!
I'm all confiscated!
No escape! Rising
Rise and
Falcon!
ready.
Megasonic
This
thrust!
one's mine!
It's over! Megasonic thrust!
Array.
Win! I'm on!
Gemini off! Do it!
Double
Can't
Demon
be
Fang!
Step back! This one's all law!
An opponent like this should be easy. You got Severing wind! Here I come! Far through! I won't show you any mercy! Here! I'm on it! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight! Take this!
Take this!
Lightning command! Freeze over!
It's over!
Spirit flame!
Tectonic Double Demon Fang! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Megasonic thrust!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Talon Hurricane! Rip and tear! You're mine! Win! Swallow this!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike!
Here, let me help. First aid!
I'm not done!
Tear you apart!
Swallow this!
Here comes!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Confiscated!
Take this!
Here's a healing now. This one's mine. I'll be saving this one.
Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
Wind Astrolith! Where would that come from?
You picked the wrong fight!
That's my shield!
Shut him down!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
It's over!
Get out of this!
Do it! Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
We're still standing. Barely.
Right, here goes! Move
Here I
escape!
go. I'm ready.
Dragon
Mine.
Tail!
Tempest Swirl!
I'm on it! Far enough! It's over! Lunar Rondo! First strike! Rising Falcon! Here I come!
Meteor! By the sword of Fire! Here,
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Severing wind! Here I come!
More with that!
Rising Falcon!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Rip and tear! Not today!
Radiant Storm!
Crush!
I'll heal you all!
Win! Take this!
Healing
Armor won't save you!
It's over! Win! You're mine!
Sleep now.
Lunar Rondo!
I'll be saving
Rising
this one.
Falcon! It's over!
I never think!
Who wins now?
Here!
Dragon!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zugals the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Ready to go! The rebel! Stop them!
Sleep now.
No shield can stand up to these fists!
For my lord!
I'm freezing! They just sit still!
Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Its armor's too strong! Where is it?
Be my guest! It's over!
I lost myself in the heat of the moment!
Rising Falcon! Burn in hell! Here I come!
I really owe you one.
I'll be saving this one. Another dream. Thunder field.
Take this! Not a chance! Caught back!
Thank you.
Megasonic thrust!
Glacial spear.
Win!
Here's evil.
Leave the charges to me! I can carve through armor!
You're mine!
Sleep now. I'll be saving. I never miss.
OMG! I'm just getting
Glacial
started!
spear. Here's evil. Freeze blade.
Win! It's time!
Here's the blade. First aid. River flood.
We're not finished!
Burn it
up! Here I come!
Burning strike. Glacial spear.
Severing wind.
Here's evil. Freeze lancer.
Take this!
Will this help heal? I'll be saving you. I can't heal you forever.
Not a chance! From nothing! I owe you one!
Talon hurricane.
Here I come!
I'm hitting you.
Severing wind!
Glacial
Here I
spear.
come!
Here's evil.
Rising Falcon!
Take this. Confiscated.
Take this, you wretch!
Armor won't save you!
Let it go.
Do it!
Win!
Kisara frozen.
Hammer!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. What's this thing?
Little help!
Take this! Lock engaging! Hard up!
Where we're going!
Bring her down! Here I come! Ignite!
Let me help! I'll be safe!
In a bind? Time to let it rip!
You're mine!
It's almost coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Doubling in an instant! Impact block! My turn! Mega Strike!
With this, I can become even stronger! I won't forgive you!
You're mine! You got spirit! Severing Wing! Rising Rocket!
You'll pay for what you did!
Now you'll learn!
Now you see what I can do.
Will this help?
Lunar Rondo!
Tectonic Force! Healing Lightning! Raging Hurricane!
Watch this.
Take this!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
all mine!
Dream Power!
Ignite!
Chinese Supernova! Raging Cascade! Seal! Here! Lightning Condense!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
This one's mine! Thunder! Glacial Spear!
Take this!
Eagle Assault! managed to pull through.
Gotta break through! I see one, eh? Here I come in! Megasonic drop! We're not finished!
Run well! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Not kill! Lunar Rondo! I'm not done!
Talon
Leave the
hurricane!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the public to me! Can't get out of this! Do it! Rip and can! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
That equipment should come in handy.
Now you see what I can do!
My shield?
I'm on it!
This one's mine!
Rip and tear!
We're not finished!
Astral energy!
Say no more! My turn! Not finished!
I'm on it! Do it! I'm ready!
Annihilation! None of your dreams!
That frickin' does it!
Take this!
Raging cascade!
Roller dance!
Lunar Rondo!
Carve through armor!
I'm not done!
Prepare to be sealed! Can't get out of this! Talon hurricane! Eagle fly!
Double demon fang! Strike! It's turning devastation!
Watch this!
Burn!
Talon storm by the power of water! Talon hurricane! Rip and tear!
Here, let me help you!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Could have been worse.
Way.
You're mine! On my lord! Severing wind!
I'll be saving
You're mine!
Leave the targets to me!
They really don't give up, do they?
Don't finish you here and now!
Wind!
What can make you sit still?
Shield, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hear me, flame of fury!
You're mine!
Where are you going?
You're finished! Damn it, Betty! This one's all mine!
Do it!
Rising
Deal!
Rocket!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Megasonic storm!
Not finished!
Let me help. Do it!
So fine not too long ago.
Wind!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Radiant
Rising Falcon! Megasonic Thrust! You're mine!
Nothing can divide me! Denied!
Rising my turn!
Glacial Spear! Pierce
Severing
evil!
Wind!
Armor won't save you!
Take this!
There you are!
It's over!
Glacial
You're
Spear!
mine!
Pierce evil!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Megasonic Thrust! Severing Wind! You're finished!
Is it in the sky? In a vine?
Fire support! This one's mine! Raging Storm!
Rising Falcon! You're mine! You're finished!
Listen!
Here I come! Burn! Here!
Here I go! Talon Hurricane!
It's over!
Rip it back to the fray!
Universal Astral Energy!
Say no more.
We managed to pull through.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Whoa, that came out perfect. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes!
What?
What?
I don't believe this!
All right.
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes!
What?
What?
Very nice. Yes!
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Stay sharp. We're going in. Let's dispose of the trash.
Bring him down!
Not on my watch!
I can carve through armor! Talon
Megasonic thrust! Win!
Lightning Raging Cascade! Only getting started!
I'll tear you apart!
Too fast!
Stand back!
I'll trip it up.
Swallow dance! I'm
Severing
just
Blade!
gonna
An astral
Fire support!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Can't get out of this!
Try harder! No, you can't! I'm not done!
Lightning Orb!
Well then, let's keep moving.
An opponent like this should be easy. I see one, eh?
Tempest Whirl!
Take it!
Prison! I'm only getting started!
Hey! Blow them away!
Now! Take this!
Water!
I'm on it!
Its armor is too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! You're going to win! You'll finish! Here I come!
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Out of our way!
Now you'll learn, damn it! Win!
More with that
Here I burn in hell! If you hated them, amazing!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here! Try harder! Nothing back! Here I come!
you all!
You're finished!
Now you see what I can do!
Win!
Healing Circle!
Megasonic thrust!
Thank you.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Here! Take this! You're finished!
In a bind?
Dragon Shell!
You won't get away with that! Here I go! You're
Come and
mine!
get it!
Ready!
I'm not done! Severing Wing! Take this!
What's
Where
this?
are you going?
Okay, here!
Here's a
This
healing
one's all
arm!
mine! It's over! Rip up!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Now! Take this!
Annihilation!
Burn!
Lightning Orb!
You're mine! It's over! Win! Severing Wing! You're finished! Rising Falcon! It's over!
Take this! In here! Cyclone for the Cyclone!
Now or never.
Not on my watch!
Megasonic thrust! Severing Wing! Take this!
I'll smash you!
In here!
Nothing gets by me!
First strike! You're mine! Win! You're mine!
Healing Circle!
I owe you!
Shining Spirit! Lightning Defense! Here's the evil!
Double Demon Fang!
Blade!
Now I'm in the groove! You see what happened there is you crossed me.
You're
Should've
mine!
done that.
This one's mine! Raging Cascade!
Talon Storm!
Breath! Here, let me help!
Talon Hurricane! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Here's a healing arc!
Megasonic thrust!
Talon Hurricane!
Supernova!
Burn in hell!
Whoa, you alright?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be
captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here. What's this thing?
Now you'll learn! You're mine!
Denied!
You're mine!
Eagle down!
Damn it, Satan!
My watch!
Take this!
Armor won't save you!
Like shield?
Here!
I'll
finish you here and now!
Megasonic thrust!
Now we're not...
Okay, here!
Do it!
Take this!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well then, let's keep moving. Forgive you!
Bring him down!
Burn in hell!
Thank you.
Fire support!
Now!
Ready and ready!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
My turn! That's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Take this!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
Dragon Shell! Armor won't save you!
Like the
Now! Let's keep our eyes on the prize. That equipment should come in handy.
Choice.
Glacial Spear!
Take this!
Pierce evil!
It's over!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
Here I aim for the weak spot!
I'll finish you here and now!
You picked the wrong fight!
Healing art!
You're my fault!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Take this!
I'll be
Here I come!
Get the hurricane!
Here!
More with that
Glimmer
Somebody
Dragon!
Raging cascade!
Lose
Now!
Rising Foe! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Armor won't save you!
Lightning! Hear me!
Wind!
Can't get out of this!
Raging cascade!
Rising Falcon!
It's weakened!
Sonic Thrust! This ends now!
Eagle Assault!
No escape!
I really owe you one.
Severing Wing!
Annihilation! I'm here!
Take that!
What's this?
You're finished!
Ripid Chaos!
Eat this!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Here I come!
Glacial Spear! Art piercing!
Wind! Here I
Tree
come!
Blazer! Dance in the wind! Confiscated!
Ready to go!
Searing flame! Reload! Raging storm!
Wind!
Eat this!
Take this!
You on a roll now!
Raging cascade!
That's
Radiant peel!
Here I come!
No ammo! Marble gun! I'm all stopped up!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.